We've never done this before, but we're challenging ourselves to boondock for 60 days straight. We're Victoria and Craig, and we live full-time in our RV with our two border collies, Leland and Maverick, looking for amazing adventures and boondocking spots that we probably shouldn't be bringing our big rig to. So come along for this series as we find epic off-grid locations across the western US as we travel from New Mexico to Canada over the next 60 days. This week, we've found ourselves living on lakefront property for free and adding 2 new tools to our boondocking toolbox.
We got some big old horses right here.
Thing that always makes us want to stop boondocking and go to a full hookup campground, but we have a solution. This video is a collection of our footage from our spring 2024 Boondocking Challenge series, and we hope you enjoy coming along for this feature film. Day 1, and we're boondocking at Lake Hollman near White Sands National Park. In the mornings, you get the most beautiful reflections on the lake. It's not safe water though, so you don't want to drink it, but by the afternoon, it gets pretty windy. You can stay here for up to 14 nights, totally free. I mean, check out these views we got. We're living on lakefront property for free. It's amazing. That's why we love coming out west, and it's why we love boondocking.
So this morning when we woke up, there was milk all in the refrigerator, like just open and spilt out. So we have a coffee maker that has a little container that holds milk in it, and we stuck it in the refrigerator and forgot about it, and it did not survive the 1,500-mile trip. So I don't know if milk spoils when it's not closed, but it stunk. And so we had to clean all that up. It was terrible, and now every time you open the refrigerator, it's not great. So we did get it cleaned up, but we had to use a lot of the water in our tank that we brought to clean it up. And so we're off to a bad start already.
All right, so let's talk about these rules for this challenge that we're doing. Okay, so we're boondocking for 60 days. However, we will still be dumping our tanks. Of course, we cannot go 60 days on our tanks. And we will be moving to different locations because we also get bored if we stay in one spot for longer than like 2 weeks. We won't be going to any campgrounds with hookups, and we're gonna try to stay at primarily free spots. Although, if we find a really cool dry camping spot that we have to pay for, we might do that. We've had friends join us here at our boondocking spot, Kaylin and Joseph from Open Roading, and we're about to go hiking at White Sands with them and check out Craig's hiking shoes.
What about them?
You're gonna wear flip-flops.
It's like the beach. The sand is like the beach sand.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
I'm probably going barefoot anyways.
So if you were going to White Sands, would you hike in hiking boots or would you hike in beach shoes? Which one?
Well, clearly flip-flops.
I think I'm gonna wear sandals too, but my sandals at least have, they have backs, so they're like hiking sandals.
Got them hippy-dippy sandals.
Well, we know what shoe camp these guys are in.
I am not in this camp. I just didn't think ahead of time.
We're so used to hiking on actual dirt.
These are going to be full of sand. Full of sand.
Very quickly.
Craig just said he could jump off this cliff all the way down to the bottom if I was holding the backpack and camera, so let's see.
Well, I don't want to make it to the bottom though.
Well,
okay.
That's where you're going.
Oh, not as far as I wanted.
That was pretty far though.
I gotta try again. It's not good enough.
All right, competition going on here. Oh! Okay, let's go. Oh my gosh.
All right, that's it for me.
Did that hurt your feet? Oh. Wow. White Sands was amazing last night, but it's day 8 and we are about to go get something that is going to be a game changer for our boondocking setup.
Did I miss it?
Destination is on the left.
Oh. Right there. Oh man. They're heavy. Okay, I'm wondering if you guys already know what it is with the size of those boxes that Craig just put in the back of the truck. If you have a guess, put it in the comments. But mail tip, RV Life mail tip for you. If you need something shipped that can't go to an Amazon locker and you don't quite trust general delivery at the post office, you can find these mailing and shipping services, businesses in different places. This one's called Direct Mail in Alamogordo. And for like a small fee, usually anywhere from like $2 to $5 per package, you can have it shipped there and pick it up. Super easy.
That's pretty good. It's getting pretty dirty though.
We get one of these. So we got the supplies for the install, but we're not gonna do the install tonight or today. It's almost night, it's pretty late evening, because it looks like we're losing, well, we are losing sunlight, but it also looks like it's about to start raining. So I don't wanna get into a project and it start raining on us. So you gotta wait till tomorrow, which sounds like a long time, but it's really just a few seconds for you guys. However, it'll be the next day for us. So we'll see you guys then.
Day 9, and the days are really flying by here at Lake Hollman. It's been beautiful. Weather's been great.
Has been beautiful, but let's get to the point. Day 9, big day, guys, big day.
But before we get into these boxes, these big boxes, let's talk a little bit about boondocking setups.
So the reason it's such a big day, we'll back up a little bit. Our first year to boondocking, we started out with just a generator and did that for an entire year. That was our solar system. We got off grid that way.
And one 100 amp hour battery.
A single 100 amp hour battery. And over time, for the first year, during that year, we pieced some of our solar system together. So started out with a generator, like I said. Next thing was an inverter. So we had an inverter, the Victron, and a battery and a generator.
Around year 2, we figured out that we really like boondocking a lot, and we also wanted to be a little more comfortable and not have to hear our generator run all the time. So we put together our massive 2,800 watt solar array on the roof of our old RV that's now on the Brinkley RV.
So now we are upgrading our battery system. We got some big old horses right here. It's a big old boy. That's a thick boy. It's a heavy boy. He ate his Wheaties. Okay. All right, so should I tell them what we got?
Yeah.
Or show them? You want to show them?
Let's show them.
Let's show them. We'll take it out. We'll show you guys. Look at my pocket knife. We rented a house when we first got married, and I found this laying in the dirt, and I don't know which was like 11 years ago. Holy smoke.
12, we've been married 12 years.
But we probably didn't find it the first year.
That's true.
So we've had this thing forever. And it
It's still going strong.
just pops up every now and then when I need it, I guess. I probably need to sharpen it though.
Yeah. And the reason why we tell you about all of our different setups that we've had over the last almost 3 years now is because you do not have to have a big setup like we're about to have to start boondocking. You can get out there and boondock with a generator and a battery, because we did it for a long time like that.
All right, guys, here we go. This is what we got. Are you ready? Oh, I'm so excited. Look at this thing. Look at how big it is. So this is the Epic. It's spelled Epoch, but I think it's pronounced Epic.
Guess how many amp hours it is. Put it in the comments. Go ahead, guess.
I ain't gonna tell you then.
We're going to wait a few minutes. You got time to guess.
So this is
Go ahead,
it's a
lift that
big
thing
battery.
out. Let's see it.
I can't. It weighs like almost 100 pounds, guys.
You got it. You got it. A moral support over here. Yeah. To be clear, this is not sponsored. We bought these batteries, and yes, we spent a lot of money on them.
Too much.
We bought 2 of them, in fact.
So we were considering a few different brands, and this one just ended up at the top of our list. The reason is, and if you have not heard of Will Prowse and you're looking at upgrading your batteries, go watch his stuff, super knowledgeable. And watch how enthusiastic he is about this specific battery. So that kind of just put it at the top of our list. They're 460 amp hours a piece. So we're going to be just under 1,000 amp hours of battery. So that's going to be nice. We're going to be able to run our AC whenever we want, our heater. When we get up in the morning, we can turn that on, the fireplace, and it's going to make it really nice.
We will put a link to the ones we got in the description below, and we did sign up for their affiliate program, which is something pretty much anybody can do. And so if you decide you like these batteries and you want to get some for yourself and you want to support our channel, use that link.
All right, so we got all the batteries taken out. However, before we can just plop the other ones in, we got some prep work we got to do. We want to reinforce this bottom down here, that way nothing falls out or busts through the floor while we're going down the road, because that would be very bad. They weigh about just under 100 pounds a piece. So we're going to reinforce this floor with a metal plate that's going to sit on the lip of the chassis. So this is our old reinforcement, which is nothing more than a black piece of Luan, and it just really was in here to cover up the old battery box compartment. Ta-da! So the batteries wasn't sitting crooked. Need to measure all this again, make sure we only cut once, because we do not have enough for extra mistakes.
Time. We mostly don't have enough time for extra mistakes, because you know every mistake is an extra trip to Lowe's or Home Depot.
And I can't find my tape measure, so there's that.
We're off to a great start.
Where is it?
I don't know, probably sitting underneath here or something.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ta-da! I always know where everything is.
My back. Old age. So cool trick about tape measures for the people that don't know, which a lot of you probably do. Usually on the base of your tape measure. So this guy, they are a specific length. This one I think is 3 inches, and they always tell you on the bottom. I mean, if you get some kind of weird, cheap knockoff weird one, then it might not. But that way, instead of trying to fold your tape measure and everything, you lock it onto what it is. Like it was 65, so now I add 3 inches, puts it at 68 inches across here. So I know I need to cut my metal 68 inches.
I'm trying to figure out why Craig hasn't ever told me this in all of my life and just sat there and watched me try to fold a tape measure into a corner.
I don't know.
Because I just learned that just now.
So when you do construction and stuff like that, you're like, everybody knows it. However, I understand now that not everybody knows everything. Like it doesn't make sense for everybody to know that unless they've dealt with tape measures a lot. So this is one of my favorite tools. It's not the best tool for every job, but we'll do a bunch of jobs. So I keep this with me.
All right, moment of truth now.
Yep, so this is the side or the part of this chore that we didn't know about. We don't know if this is gonna fit through this hole and be able to get in there. So here we go.
All the way in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
couple inches. We had a couple inches.
Nice. We tested it out with the tape measure, and I was confident that it would work. And so that was gonna be an I told you so to me if it didn't. So I'm feeling pretty good.
So it's gonna sit on this lip right here, and then it's gonna run across the front all the way down to this other lip and catch over there. The only part that's not ideal about it is that the wall isn't a 90-degree angle. So you kind of lose a little bit with the way this angles up, but you definitely wanted an L bracket so it'd be more rigid and not flex as much up and down, because that would have defeated the purpose then. To make it a little bit more rigid in the middle, we're going to add this flat piece of metal chunk to the middle, and this will sit on top of that. just to kind of help with any bouncing. Oh, that's been good.
Feels a lot better?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Hey.
Slide it, get it the right direction, and then slide it over. It was gonna be close, remember? Nice. Okay.
So we thought they came with mounting brackets for the bottom down here. It doesn't, so we're gonna make our own mounting brackets. I'm just gonna cut some of this leftover L bracket that we had and use some bolts that we got. Just bolt it to the floor.
We'll keep you guys posted tomorrow, as in a few seconds, on how all that goes. And we're also gonna show you the other thing that we added to our boondocking toolbox, which is thankfully much, much cheaper. So, see you tomorrow. Sun will be setting soon. So now that we've talked about our power situation while boondocking, let's talk a little bit about water, because water conservation is probably the hardest part about boondocking.
So to top off our water tanks, we use a water bladder, which I'm sure you guys have seen it if you've watched our videos long enough. But it's a 60-gallon water bladder. Things I like about it is that it can just fold up and go into tight spaces when you're not using it, because space is the #1 issue, I think, when you RV full-time. So we got the water bladder. We use this and a water hose, and we do pretty good. Oh, and we take our filter. We can't refill our tanks forever because our gray tanks are only 90 gallons, so we have to dump, but we can last close to 2 weeks with them.
Honestly, the thing that always makes us want to stop boondocking and go to a full hookup campground is we just end up wanting a long, hot shower. I mean, I've resorted to wearing hats because my hair needs to be washed so bad.
Me too.
But we have a solution.
We got a Planet Fitness membership, so now we can go and shower at the Planet Fitness. And as you guys know, I've been trying to lose weight, which I'm also down to down 21 pounds. So that's going good. And now with the Planet Fitness thing, I can work out and get a shower and not use up all our RV water.
Yeah, Craig's been using all our water lately because he works out so hard every day and gets really sweaty, and then he has to rinse off. And this is why we're using up all our water.
Well, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to be obese.
Hey, it's okay. We've got solutions. We got a Planet Fitness membership before. We've never done this before. If you have a Planet Fitness membership and you RV, van life, whatever, let us know in the comments. Let us know how you like it. We're about to go, and if there's nobody in the locker rooms, we'll take you along, kind of show you what this one happens to look like in Alamogordo. All right, I'm feeling fresh and clean. We got a little workout in. The showers, so it seems House Planet Fitness is they're usually set up with the showers on one side and changing rooms on the other. My shower is pretty decently clean. How was yours?
I just walked around butt naked.
No, you didn't.
I'm just kidding. It was pretty clean. I mean, they're older, it seems, but did the job.
I wore my shower shoes. Don't get me wrong, still wore the shower shoes, but I feel nice and clean. It was good.
Yeah, I'm tired.
It's day 14 of boondocking here at Lake Hollman near White Sands National Park in New Mexico, and we are supposed to be leaving today, but we're not because we're stuck in this massive windstorm. Really that big of a deal, except for the fact that we're really almost completely full on our gray tanks. Black tank is filling up too. We still got a little bit of water left because we topped it off with our water bladder, but we really need to go to the dump. So hopefully this wind dies down and we can get out of here tomorrow.
It's been so windy here. The RV is extremely dusty now. There's like waves in the lake right here. We've been watching some ducks. They've just been like catching waves all day. I think there goes two now, but they'll like try to fly and not go anywhere. So they've just been sitting out in the water all day. It's not very fun. This has been one of the worst windstorms we've been in a long time. Makes sense since we're just now back over on the west coast. The wind's supposed to be like 60 mile an hour or 30 mile an hour with like 60 mile an hour gusts today. But it's definitely a lot. The RV's been shaking all day. Leland's scared. So I don't know. It's not good. So we woke up at like 6 o'clock this morning, trying to get everything packed up so we can get on the road, because this is gonna be a little bit of a long drive day.
Sometimes, for the sake of getting where we want to be, we just suck it up and do really long travel days. We're about to head out. It's been a beautiful stay here by this lake. It's a contaminated lake, don't get me wrong, but the sunsets and sunrises are beautiful. Makes for great views, even if it is contaminated.
I'm hoping getting out of this gate will be a little bit better than when we came in. However, I do need to turn the way that it was difficult to come in. So I don't know, I don't want to have to drive down and go do a U-turn. We're going to see if I can make it. If not, we might have to go down and do a U-turn.
Can't really see this side. I think that's your side's probably the one to worry about. It's good on this side.
Continue on the current road.
Oh, the big one of the buses is pulling out right now too. Made it. Okay, so what is the Boondocking Reset? Tell him, Craig.
Basically, when you get ready to move spots, you get to dump your tanks, which is gonna put you at empty on your black and gray water tank. So that'd be nice. And then you also get to fill up your freshwater tank. So you're basically starting all over with your boondocking. Also means, this is a big one, also means we get to get nice, fresh showers this evening when we get to where we're going. I'm looking forward to that. I don't stink yet, but they're nice still.
That's what he wants you to think. Just kidding. I don't smell them yet. Not yet. If you're not familiar with dump stations, there are dump stations all over the place. It's actually crazy because before RV life, we didn't have a history of RVing. So I just didn't know that there were these little like stations where people took their RVs all over the country and dumped their tanks at them. I didn't know any of that, but they're at truck stops like Love's. Maverick gas stations usually has free dump stations. There'll be county parks with dump stations. They're just all over. We usually use either Campendium or iOverlander. Campendium app might be going away. There's some news around that, but I don't know. For now, it's still here, and that's what we use to find dump stations, whether you have to pay $5, $10 to dump or get them totally free.
Old Mavericks is my gas station dog. That's why his name matches the gas station Maverick. We named him right after it.
No,
Favorite gas station ever. Nah, just kidding. He's actually named after a big surf break in California that I grew up surfing, so that's where his name came from.
We didn't name you after a gas station. No, we did not.
But it matches his personality, that's for sure.
That's true. This specific dump only has water for rinsing somewhere right there. but it doesn't have potable water at it. But it's okay because we wanted to fill up our freshwater tank when we got closer to our destination, so we're not having to ride with a heavy freshwater tank the whole time and mess up our fuel mileage. You feel lighter?
I think so.
Should be. 3 full tanks were just dumped.
Yeah, very full. It's been a pretty smooth trip so far. I just got to stop, fill up. I really need DEF or it's going to slow me down to 5 miles an hour in like 100 miles. So I got to fill
We're
that
never
up.
gonna get there if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know that, so.
So we're headed to Moab in Utah. We're really excited to check this area out because we've never been there before, but I've been researching up on all the boondocking in the area. It seems like over the last couple of years, there's been some major changes to the dispersed camping rules for the area because a bunch of these places where people used to disperse camp and boondock for free are now paid sites that are managed by the state or Utah Raptor State Park or something like that. So they cost anywhere from $15 to $20 a night. And you're still boondocking. There are a couple of free sites left, but I know they're gonna be so crowded, and the place that I really wanted to stay is one of the $15 a night spots, so we might be paying for boondocking this time.
So don't mind this bad blizzard that we're just about to be driving into, and it's starting to snow outside. I have no idea what's going on. I hope it gets better the closer we get to Moab. But so the spot we are going to, it does not break our rules to our boondocking adventure. We still have to find our own electric, our own water, a place to dump, all that stuff. None of that is included at these places. They just charge you, I guess, to camp on their land. I don't know. But so we still got to do all that. We're still going to be boondocking. I just hope we can get a good spot.
It really started coming down out there.
What is happening?
I don't know if you can see it. It's out there.
Big. It's like big snowflakes.
It is big snowflakes. And guess what kind of shoes both of us have on?
If you said flip-flops, you couldn't be more wrong. Okay, it is flip-flops.
We're stopping to fuel up and of course need to walk the dogs. And so we're about to be cold, I think. We accidentally came to a Maverick with no pumps for RVs.
I didn't know they had them where they didn't have like diesel pumps for like trucks and RVs.
Me neither. So we're waiting for this one on the end. We should fit okay. It's a snowing. We were making pretty good time. It's set to come in just before the sun was setting, surprise, surprise, until we ran into this huge contraption on the road. We have no clue what it is, but whatever it is, it's way oversized and taking up both lanes, and it's going so slow, and they won't like pull over and let everybody pass them.
There's a whole line of cars behind us and they're not letting anybody by. Pretty crazy.
I don't know what it is.
We're doing 35 and the speed limit 65.
What is it? What is it? What is it? It's a big... I still don't understand what that was. I don't know. We got to pass it though, so yay, back on track.
Hopefully if this guy goes.
We've had some really pretty scenery coming into Utah. These rocks with these snow-covered mountains behind them. Really cool stuff to see. Getting a little nervous though because we are getting pretty close to sunset, but we're going for it. we should be pulling in right as the sun is setting and hoping for just the perfect spot to open up for us. Otherwise, I guess we're turning around and probably gonna come back to one of these rest areas for the night and then go find our spot in the morning. But fingers crossed with us. I know Craig is ready to stop driving. And at the last minute, I've decided we're going to try to go to a different spot that's a little closer, and I really hope that I don't regret this decision. And up we go. We just passed a sign that said campground full, and there's supposed to be 140 sites out here available on a first come, first served basis. And now we're just gonna at least drive through the first loop and see if there's any available, but that's insane. I don't know if there's gonna be any open. It is looking pretty full though.
Turn left onto Baby Lion's Back Campground Road.
Gosh. Hey, back hall. Always stick to the original plan. Always stick to the original plan. We have the other place in. I don't know. I guess it depends on how dark it is by the time we arrive. We're half a mile from where we need to turn, and now there's road work. And we're stopped. And losing our last bit of daylight. Looks like we've got company also pulling in at dark. Ooh.
Your destination is on the right.
I think it's a fire pit. It's a fire pit. We found a spot to camp because we're only allowed to camp where there's fire pits. And we found a fire pit. I think you might have just stopped at a perfect spot. Let me check how level we are. Honestly, I cannot believe we ended up finding a spot here. I'm so thankful. But if you're sitting there thinking, weren't you supposed to get water on the way to your boondocking spot? Did you just show up to your boondocking spot with an empty tank of water? Why, yes. Yes, we did. We forgot. We definitely forgot. And we accidentally left the fireplace running, so we also emptied our battery bank almost completely. So that's just gonna be a tomorrow's problem though. We're going to bed, okay? We'll see you in the morning. Now that the sun has come up and we can actually see where we're at, we've got some beautiful views. It's a really cool spot. These massive red rock cliffs with the snowy mountains in the background. And it turns out that the spot that we pulled into is humongous. There are multiple fire pits and multiple places we could have camped. Granted, we couldn't see any of them because it was pitch black dark. So we're at the Willow Springs Road dispersed camping area. It is $15 a night because it's in the Utah Raptor State Park area, but there is a dumpster right across the way. So there is some services, a little bit of services that you get for the $15 a night. There's room for rigs of all sizes here, and the road in was actually pretty smooth. Wouldn't have a problem basically with any size rig you have. But yes, we did go and get our water bladder filled up and fully filled up our freshwater tank. So we are reset. Our boondocking reset is complete, but let's talk a little bit more about water.
So here's our tips on conserving space in our holding tanks while boondocking. We'll start in the bathroom. These tips allow us to last up to 14 days without having to tow our RV somewhere and dump everything and start over, basically. All right, so the first culprit that fills your tanks up so stinking fast, this shower. This shower dumps water when you shower and use it at its full capacity. So one of the things we have done, well, we'll give you 2 tips real quick. So we changed out our handheld wand to a different one that doesn't use as much water and has high pressure still. That way we can have the water low and get good pressure while we shower, and just do that real quick. That way we won't use all the water. It also has an on and off button. So when you're lathering, is that the right word?
Yeah,
lathering up, you can turn the water off, and then when you need it again, you can turn it on all using the button, so you don't have to adjust the control again. Also, we just recently started doing, and it seems pretty smart, we have the dog's water bowl down here, so when we're waiting for this to heat up, we'll fill up their dog bowl with the water that comes out, because it's going to be water we have to use anyways to fill up their bowl. So now they just get the cold water before it turns hot. with showering in general while boondocking, you just do less of it. You either are doing a military bath, or for all my inmate fellas out there, bird baths. That's what they call them in prison.
Are you going to explain that you weren't in prison?
Oh, no. I didn't go to prison. Anyway, so
You worked in a prison.
Yeah, that was years ago. Eons ago. Is that the right word? And then, so our last tip in the bathroom, before I was rudely interrupted, the toilet has a shut-off valve, so you can shut the water off. It's for if you needed to do some work on the toilet, pull it out, blah, 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 you can shut the water off. Well, we turn it halfway off, so it only allows like half the amount of water to go through every time you flush. That way you don't use so much water every time you flush. You don't really need as much, except for right at the very start. You do want to get a good base layer of water in the bottom before you start adding more to your tanks. But other than that, that's how we save water in the shower or in the bathroom.
Okay, now let's talk about the kitchen. You could wash dishes outside, and actually Craig has done that before, and then your water doesn't go in the tanks. But what we usually do is we've got this Dawn Power Wash. It lets you just spray all the soap right onto your dishes. And then, oh gosh, I just sprayed soap everywhere. And then you can wash them all up, and then we'll have them sitting here, and then I try to just rinse them really, really quick, as fast as we can, with as little water as we can. You can turn it on the little sprayer mode. You could also use like a bucket and then catch all the water, dump that outside. Some people have suggested that, but our method is usually just to be as quick as possible when washing the dishes. And if we're being totally honest, we do use more paper products when we're boondocking, because otherwise it just uses a lot more water. We've been boondocking for 19 days straight, and we are currently out here in Moab, Utah. But how about we let Craig give you an official campsite tour, because this guy has a fresh, brand new haircut. Look at him, he looks spiffy, doesn't he? Spiffy Craig, that's what you gotta put in the comments.
I feel like I gotta do productive stuff now.
Yeah, because you look so...
Why is it so bright?
I don't know, it's like cloudy but bright. I don't know what's going on.
I can't see. I get my sunglasses. It's better. All right, so this is our campsite. Not much happening here, but we do. It's a very big area, okay? We get a big old area. We pulled in here at night, and I definitely think this spot was meant for more rigs than just one, but we claimed it, so fair and square. But we do get a fire pit. We're on Willow Springs Road here in Utah. I don't know how far it goes back. We'll probably get on the e-bikes and take you back there, and we'll see it for the first time with you guys. But there's a bunch of campsites just down this road. It all used to be free, but now I think it's like, what, $15 a day? Although we paid for it and nobody's came through to check because there was nobody to pay. No, I don't know. I don't know if they just got our money and they're hoping everybody's being honest out here, I guess. Yeah, so we got the fire pit. Another thing I really like about this area is way over there. There's trash, and you don't understand how good that is unless you boondock a lot, because it is hard to find trash sometimes. So we got fire pit, trash can, and that's it. When we first got here, we were the only rig in this whole section over here. There wasn't anybody else, maybe one other one somewhere. I don't know, I think maybe they've left already, but now that it's closer to Easter and Safari Jeep is happening, this place is filled in pretty good. It's been kind of busy through here, and I'm very curious to see, because we'll be here after Easter weekend, how much it actually clears out.
And now it's time to get our grilling and chilling on. Been marinating some chicken. Craig's gonna grill it up on the grill, or should I say the grill daddy's gonna grill it up on the grill.
Who's it?
That was from several episodes back, so if you know what I'm talking about, then you know, inside joke. If not, you're probably like, what is she talking about? That's weird, and you probably just clicked off, so sorry. Anyways, we're gonna do a little fire in our fire pit. It's gonna be a good night, Friday night.
Everybody's gonna be like flip-flops. We got this extra little side here. It's like a little griddle top off of Amazon that was made for the Weber here, and just great for like grilling veggies and stuff like that. So we also have the other one if we want to switch them out, which is nice.
Working on the rest of our meal indoors, keeping it pretty simple. Just gonna do some pasta and some peas. It's like this sweet potato pasta.
Oh my, thought I was going through.
Taste test.
Look at my healthy food, guys. Some peas, some strange looking pasta, and then some scrumptious looking chicken.
Let's see how that chicken is. I flavored it, remember that.
It's actually really good. And we did it like perfect.
Nice. Oh yes, it does look good. Very good. Today's our big adventure day.
We're going on an adventure.
Gonna go off-roading. It's Moab after all. Like, how could we not?
There's so much to do in Moab. This is like, I guess, just the top place for outdoor stuff.
And we've been talking about renting something to go off-road for literally the entire time we've been on the road, because there's always off-road stuff, and Craig loves off-road stuff. So
we're gonna get to see the outback, the down under, the bush.
let's go. You ready for this?
So we just picked this thing up. We're getting ready to leave. We're gonna stop at the gas station, pick up some drinks. They gave us a cooler with ice so we can get like some, you know, some diet sodas, of course, guys. And then, yeah, we're gonna get to go on the trails. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be fun. Let's go.
It's a little windy and cold, but we're out here having a grand old time. This scenery is so beautiful. I look crazy with my hood on right now, but the canyons and the rivers and the tall towering cliffs, so cool. Okay, are you ready? The difficult stuff is supposed to be coming up next.
Finally.
I know, we could have been on this with our truck.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're like in a little canyon area.
Whoa.
This is kind of crazy.
Moab,
Oh, yeah, it's all, well, whatever, this is cool. And there's somehow amazingly not a ton of other people out here. I think we found a hack. You gotta get on the road at 8 a.m. before all the other ATV tours start. What is this? Wait, I gotta get out and record this.
That ain't that bad.
We got our first obstacle. Oh, Craig's coffeeing up for the first obstacle.
What's wrong with her, guys? She's so, she's weird.
Oh, look how cool you look. Okay. Oh, I thought it was steeper. Okay, this is our first obstacle. Boop.
Not that bad.
No. Boop. Whoa. This is crazy looking. Whoa. Dang. Woo! He did it. You did it. Wasn't too bad. What, are you gonna go back up?
Huh?
You gonna go back up?
Yeah. These things are crazy.
That was cool.
Oh my gosh. I'm ready to get something harder.
Ooh, water crossing. Oh my gosh.
Get wet. It's way too cold to get wet right now.
I didn't even think there would be water. It's so dry out here.
That went bad.
No, it wasn't. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we might have just found the most epic spot.
This is all BLM land. These are wind caves that we're about to go in and show you guys. But it being on BLM land, like if you had a vehicle capable of getting out here, you could just be out here camping. It'd be crazy.
I mean, look, there's a campsite right there.
Yeah.
So cool. This is pretty crazy.
Oh, come on.
Oh, how cool is this? This is crazy. What?
Where's my phone?
It's like a maze back here. Should have brought our headlamps.
I know.
Craig found his phone.
Close one, guys.
It was bouncing around the bottom of the side-by-side, but you know, hey, at least it's not on some trail way back somewhere. Okay, we just came to another area and we're on what's called Hell's Revenge, and oh my gosh, this is insane. Absolutely nuts. Craig's having the time of his life.
Part of me is like, we're about to bottom out or smack the front of the thing so hard on a rock, but then it doesn't, so.
Oh no.
That is crazy.
Of course, now it's like normal looking.
I can't believe they let people do this.
This is making me so nervous.
This is awesome. I'm so glad we did this.
Ooh, I was wondering if it was gonna be worth it, but.
Is this a park, national park, no drones?
No. Okay, about to go up a massive hill.
Oh, I can't see. Oh my goodness, if we would have went off right there,
That would have been
I
terrible.
couldn't even see.
Well, that's not great.
No.
Okay. Here we go. I don't know if you can tell how like
Steep it is.
steep it is. It's pretty steep though. You just gonna have to believe us.
Oh my.
Oh gosh, we're almost at the top. We're almost at the top. I don't even want to look. Whew.
We made it back to the RV. This was so fun. If you come to Utah, Moab area, you definitely have to just go explore either with this, mountain bike, whatever, or Jeep. A lot of Jeeps are out there, but this is probably one of the funnest like adventure excursions we've done in a very long time. Highly recommend.
Got this till 8 a.m. tomorrow. We might maybe we'll take the dogs on a little bit of ride. Look at them back there. Aren't they so cute? Well, we'll see you guys in just a few seconds in the morning.
Picked up the RV and left Moab.
Day 31 of our 60 days of boondocking, and it's time to head to our next boondocking spot.
And of course, had to do a boondocking reset. We gotta dump the tanks, of course. We're on our way to our next spot. So we get to start over again, which is great. But we're definitely filling up with water this time. We're not forgetting.
But if you're sitting there thinking, weren't you supposed to get water on the way to your boondocking spot? Did you just show up to your boondocking spot with an empty tank of water? Why, yes. Yes, we did. We forgot.
I'm doing that first. It's the first thing I'm doing.
We had so much fun in Moab. We'll definitely have to go back one day. There was just so much more that we could have done. But we are headed to slightly less dusty destination, which I'm happy about. The truck and the RV need to be washed so bad after all of that dust and sand around Moab. Thing is, we were headed to some mountains to a boondocking spot where the most recent review we could find was from the fall of last year, and it's early April, so we were not quite sure what we would find once we got here.
We also can see snow at the top of these mountains, which are not very high up right now from where we're at. So we're getting to some not so great temps, I believe. It's dropped like 10 degrees since Moab.
It's getting snowier out. Here's our road.
Huh.
There's a sign warning us, rough road.
Pretty good so far.
So is it closed or not? That thing says road closed ahead, and then it was halfway covered up. Oh, I see the sign for it.
I don't see nobody.
But we're about to be the only ones here. Oh, one person.
One person.
Okay, that's good though. This looks great out here.
Yeah.
Sheep Creek camping. Okay. Oh, watch out for that big dip.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Y'all go straight?
it looks like we can go anywhere if we
Let's
want to
go
go
back
over
over
there.
there.
Yeah.
That was like a
Right
good
there.
spot.
Yeah, with the fire pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks great.
Nice.
Wow.
Easy
Check
spot,
it
too.
this
I like an
out.
old big spot.
I guess it pays to come early in the season.
Yeah, this
And
is great.
it's not snow covered. I was so worried it was going to be snow covered, but this is great. What do you think? It's a good spot, huh?
We'll
High
see.
five.
I don't know. We just got here. We're gonna see.
It looks pretty.
We gotta readjust. It's way too high in the front. It did level out, but it's just way too much.
Yeah. Okay, I misjudged how much of a slant this was. Okay, now it's a success. We're in a good spot, level. The RV's not 15 feet up in the air. And I think we've got some good hiking to do out here.
I'm pretty excited about this spot. This is nice.
It's
Look at that mountain over there, just so covered in snow though. It's way back there.
really snowy back
I'm
there.
going to the top of it.
We're in the Uinta National Forest near Provo, Utah, and there are so many hidden gems all around us.
So we're at Sheep Creek camping area. It's a very good area, especially like if you haven't boondocked before or you're pretty new to it and you get nervous about boondocking spots, because we still get nervous about them if we ain't been there before. This is an extremely easy one to get in. I think the road to it's paved all the way to it. The turn-in's very simple. Everything's just super simple about it. We're the only ones here. There's one other person out there with us right now. There's just plenty of space and the views are really nice here. You got snow-capped mountains behind, like everywhere you look right now at this time of year, but definitely recommend this place, super nice.
And another huge positive for us is that there is a ton of like hiking trails and just different trails that you can walk around out here. And we're in the National Forest and there's literally nobody else around. So we're able to let the dogs a little bit
There's
off
lots
leash.
of poop on the ground.
There's some cows around somewhere.
Oh, and some other animal. I don't know what it
Deer,
is.
definitely.
Could be
some-
goats, maybe.
Could be goats,
I don't
sheep.
know. Sheep.
It is Sheep Creek. We haven't seen any of them, but they're except for the prairie dogs. We've seen prairie dogs. It's actually warmed up so much that I had to put a tank top on.
Don't let these snow-capped mountains fool you. It's hot out here.
But the
What's going
crazy
on?
thing is, in 3 days, it's supposed to snow.
Oh yeah.
And we might have to leave because one thing we did read on the reviews and Craig found from running is that when it gets wet out here,
Very
it is
muddy.
muddy. Now, the adventure here that I'm really excited for are the hot springs, which don't worry, we're gonna take you along this weekend, but it's a couple days until we get to have that adventure. But we are also today gonna go check out a cave in just a little bit. So this cave is literally on the side of the road, just 5 minutes from where we're camping, and it has a rope swing. Are you gonna swing on the rope?
I don't know. We're gonna see if it looks like it's about to break or not. All this water coming through. It's weird how this whole cave is made out of like individual rocks held together with dirt. I don't know, it's different. I haven't seen it like this before. Not this big. I mean, I've seen small ones, but this is a lot.
We got 3 rope swings to choose from.
3.
Which one are you gonna choose?
Oh no. You're just trusting some random anchors.
You do it all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, Craig's gonna try it. Here we go. You ready? Go ahead. Ooh. Oh my gosh. See? Oh no, don't fall. That looked actually pretty high. Was that scary?
A little bit if it breaks, I guess. You wanna try?
I guess so.
All right, guys, if she falls, it's gonna be a hospital visit. Pretty
Okay.
nervous.
I'm more nervous than I thought I would be.
The coordination in this one is not strong.
Shut up. Okay, hang on. Let me get this position. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo.
Oh my goodness, she did not step on it good.
Okay, this is the part that's gonna be.
No.
Didn't fall.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that was a really fun little hidden gem just down the road from our campsite. I didn't get injured, but in the morning, we head to the hot spring, and I'm super excited, so stay tuned. Oh, almost just fell just then. Good morning. It's day 32 of our 60 days of boondocking. Yes, that means we skipped day 31. All we did was work. It was very boring, but today we are headed to some hot springs that look like they're out of a fairy tale.
It's very early to be going to a hot spring. However, this place apparently gets very packed, like super crowded. So we're hoping to at least maybe be the first people there or pretty close to it. That way we can get some good footage, but 5:30 is a little early.
Brought my breakfast with me on the road because I'm a slow eater. I feel like in every relationship, I won't even say slow eater. I'm a normal speed eater. There's a normal speed eater, and then there's somebody who eats like as if they're never going to get to eat again unless they finish it in 30 seconds.
That's normal.
Which one are you? And which one is your partner? Put it in the comments.
There's a lot of people in the parking lot already. Like, what is wrong with people? I thought we were crazy for getting up this early, and the only reason we did it so we could try and film without a bunch of people there. But there's people that just get up this early to go to hot springs.
Maybe they're all filming too, or I'm gonna be out there with our drones and cameras.
Oh, no, it's kind of weird. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Okay, let's get started.
Okay.
Like, I'm having to break out the headlamps. I mean, that's an early start to a hike.
So it's like an extra mile and a half. The road is closed partly due to like winter. So we gotta walk a little further than we would normally have to.
We made it to the actual trail.
I'm still cold. I don't know what they do. There's an old man that's butt naked down here, and so we can't go down there. And then it is so crowded already. It's crazy. Also, if you're coming to do hot springs that is super popular, wear some swim shorts or something, hanging out with your wing out.
But can you at least show them the pretty waterfall?
There's a really nice waterfall though.
So these are the Fifth Water Hot Springs. Right now there's like a lot of snow melt, and so I think it's mucking up the water a little bit, but sometimes the pools are really, really bright blue colors. There's numerous hot spring pools. Some are hotter than other ones. You gotta test them out. We did wear our swimsuits, so we're gonna get in with the other dozen people who are already here. But it is beautiful. Like the river, the hot springs, the mountains, it's gorgeous out here. Well, that ended up working out quite well. That was so much fun. I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah, I think it's worth it for sure. You just gotta have to come on a weekday and hopefully beat some of this crowd.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be packed by midday. It's a Saturday. It is a 2.5 mile hike without the extra 1.5 miles from if the road is closed because it's winter. But it ended up clearing out for us. There were several more pools up by the big waterfall.
And then of course the one with the nude guy.
And then there's one a little further up, and that one had a naked man in it this time. But overall, I think this hot spring is reason enough to come to the Uinta National Forest. This area of Utah is just gorgeous. And now the sun's coming up. It's perfect. I really love it here. Okay, we decided a whole 8 mile hike wasn't enough. Just got back from rock climbing up at the canyon. Really pretty hiking area.
I'm tired.
We're both wore out, but we got Chef Craig in the kitchen. We gotta cook dinner now.
That's right.
What you got going on here?
Well, you're going to need an onion, jalapeno, and garlic. A fancy knife that's got like weird designs in it and shapes. And then a bowl.
No meat?
Yes, your meat of choice, whether it's soy burger meat, turkey, beef. We're going with turkey today. We're going to make some turkey burgers. We're going to caramelize some onion. I don't know how you do that, but Victoria seems pretty knowledgeable. So we're going to do that. And we're going to cut the garlic up, the jalapeno, and all that's going to go mixed into the meat, and we're missing some stuff. So stick around. All right, next, after you get all your peppers cut up and put it in a bowl, you're gonna take an egg and some breadcrumbs. That is the key to keep the burger together. Watch it all fall apart though, after saying all that. Nice, no shell. It's probably good. Gonna need a measure.
What are you doing?
I don't wanna use my hands.
Well, first of all, where's the part about the meat?
Oh yeah. Then you add your meat. Was that good?
Yeah. I just don't want a bunch of turkey bloody juice.
For our seasonings, we're using a buttery burger blend.
Hold on, there we go.
And a pineapple sriracha.
I like that hand.
Does it work?
Yeah,
Did it make it focus? And you go crazy with it. Just go crazy. This one too. When you think you got too much, you add a little more. A new ingredient, I've never done this. Usually I use Worcestershire sauce, but we're gonna try teriyaki. It's a liquid though, like the Worcestershire sauce. And so hopefully it works the same, but I kind of want like a teriyaki flavor with it. I think that'd be good. And then you go crazy with that. Nice. And then you get your paws wet. What's this hard thing in here? It's kind of frozen still. Ugh. I'm not a fan of this part, guys. I'm a little sissy, man, when it comes to gross feeling things. Just saying. Ugh.
Yum.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's that good stuff. We got a hard nugget right there. Nice little ball. We want some thick old burgers. Keep the edges together. You don't want it to start cracking. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big boy. It's probably mine.
How many patties are we gonna have?
Probably 2 more at least.
Oh wow. Okay, now the sides. We are going to do stuffed jalapenos and mini sweet peppers. We're stuffing them with cream cheese and sweet potato fries in the air fryer. Craig cutting the sweet potatoes, I'm cutting the peppers. We also got the largest. Show them how large this sweet potato is. It's the largest sweet potatoes from Sam's Club.
So big.
One sweet potato feeds us both. I got this spreadable cream cheese, and I'm just gonna smush it into the peppers. Okay, now that all the peppers are stuffed, just need to put some seasoning on top. You could get fancy and mix your cream cheese with the seasoning and maybe some like shredded cheese and stuff like that. I didn't. I just put the cream cheese straight in the peppers, and we're gonna do ranch seasoning. It just wants to focus on Craig's head. And I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top and pop them in the oven, bake them for about, I don't know, until they look done. Probably 15 minutes, like 400 and something degrees. We've got the peppers in the oven and the sweet potatoes are cooking in the air fryer, which, remember, we're off grid and we used to never be able to use the air fryer for dinner before we upgraded our battery bank because we only had 300 amp hours and it never failed. I wanted to use it as the sun was setting and it just uses too much power. But now that we got 920 amp hours, I'm using it whenever I want.
You're about
Also,
to be
what
using
is
it
going
for
on right
almost
here?
20 minutes.
Yeah, I did the other day, it's fine.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine.
Time to cook these patties up now and get some grease splatters. Am I right in the wrong? I know y'all think I'm the one cooking all this, but actually I just say some stuff and make it look like me, and then as soon as Karen goes, that ain't what happened.
You're cooking half of it.
If it turns out bad, Victoria's the one that cooked all of them. If it turns out good, it's 100% me. No help at all. We need an old spatula. This is heavy.
Spatula that we've had for probably since we got married.
Guess I need to let that warm up, huh? Oh yeah. That's a good burger.
How do you know?
I can tell. Let's get another good burger. Ooh, dog. It's another good burger. I'll probably get one more in there.
Craig's specialty, burgers.
No, hot dogs. I can make a mean hot dog.
All right, the burgers have been assembled. Sweet potatoes are done. Peppers, I kind of forgot about in the oven, and they might have gotten a little too dry, but they should still be good. We're about to find out because Craig's gonna do a taste test.
She always makes me do the taste test so I get the burnt mouth.
Well, we can wait. Do the peppers first. Those
Nope.
won't be.
We're tasting this burger.
Yeah, we gotta see how good it is.
That's pretty good. I can't wait for you to taste it.
Okay, let's try it out.
I hope these jalapeno poppers aren't too spicy.
This is good. That's a lot of flavor for a turkey burger.
I agree. And there you have it, guys. If you want really good turkey burgers, you just follow our simple 3-step steps of making turkey burgers.
3 steps.
Yeah, that's all it took. It took a total of 3 minutes to whip this together, and best burger you've ever had. Patty melt.
Craig's just lying to you.
I mean, give or take an hour
Give or take a few dozen steps.
and a few dozen steps.
We've been keeping an eye on the weather, and as much as we hate to leave this hidden gem of a place in the Utah National Forest because we've really enjoyed this boondocking spot, it is calling for a lot of rain and snow in the spot tomorrow. We're also down a hill, so we're heading to another boondocking spot just an hour away from here.
So we're only going out of the way, like Victoria said. We don't think we're gonna be able to escape the rain, but we're hoping to escape the snow. Hopefully there won't be any snow and not be as cold. It should be lower elevation even though it's only an hour away. So I don't know, we'll see.
Can you believe we've been boondocking for 35 days straight?
I wish it was 65.
Why, are you ready for some long hot showers?
Yep.
The last place we were at, in Moab. There's no Planet Fitness in Moab. What the heck? I figured there would be. However, there is a Planet Fitness in Provo, and we're thinking about using it. Although we are going to dump and refill right now so that we get fresh showers. So it's not so much that we're not showering, it's just the ability to stand in the shower with the water running for as long as you want. That's what gets me. Because we take quick showers, it's fine, we stay clean. Stay clean, okay?
But it's relaxing. Have the hot water just run on you.
Yes, it is. So, anyways, we're more than halfway through our challenge though. I think we're gonna be able to do it. This might be the longest we've ever boondocked.
I think so. Is that?
In a row.
Yeah.
In a row, I think. I don't know. High fives. All right, the Holiday gas station, the one with the clown face for a logo and Spanish fork, that's the one to go to dump your RV. I mean, if you're in this area of Utah, they had a 2-lane dump station, fresh water at the RV lanes, like gas pumps specific for RV, lots of room to maneuver. They're doing it right at the Holiday Clown gas station. We have arrived, and this place is busier than the last one. Definitely got some more folks out here, but we're on a lake. This is really pretty.
My goodness,
What?
how many people there are.
Oh, I thought you were about to hit something. Don't say things like that.
All right, where to?
Where to? That is the question.
Those people are blocking the road.
Do we want to scout? Oh, what about possibly over there? It's pretty busy out here, so we found a spot, so we're gonna claim it for now, but I'm gonna go scout out a little further down, see if there's a better spot, but Craig's gonna get in place in the meantime. I found a spot, but the road had too big of a divots and didn't even realize it till Craig came with the RV. So apparently I'm not the best scouter, but I'm back in the truck and we're just scouting in the truck and RV. It's okay, there's like places to turn around, which we're about to do and hopefully find another spot just down the way. I mean, it's not like so packed that people are on top of each other out here, and there are still a few spots left, but it's just definitely more packed than that last spot we were at, which had like a couple people there the whole time. Okay, we found our little spot here, I think.
Dang, it's still kind of bumpy, huh? It's not too bad though.
You want me to get out? I guess I will get out.
Yeah.
Okay, so far so good. I'm not sure what I really need to watch. Probably the back jacks or just the back in general.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me keep an eye on it then. As you come across here, you're going so fast, but we're pretty good. We're pretty good. This is not too bad, but let me know if you see a divot that you get concerned about. And ideally, yeah, we can face our back window towards the lake or wherever you were talking about. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty good because, I mean, like, pull forward a little bit more, but we got the fire pit and yeah, I think the back's a little low, but I'll check the levelness. I think the back's definitely low, but let's check side to side. Okay, we're in our spot, and something that I think we've gotten a little bit better about with boondocking is like looking for better spots when we get there. We used to, it's so stressful. What can be stressful, pulling into a spot, sometimes there's other people pulling in, and then Craig's like, kind of, don't want to get out of the way, and so we just pick the first spot that comes. But lately, we've figured out how to find a little spot to pull over, scout out the spots.
Yeah, this one might be okay. It's not as good as the last spot, that's for sure, but.
We're at the Miners Canyon Dispersed Camping Area. We do have a beautiful view of a lake.
A radiated lake.
Oh, is it radiated?
I don't know, it's very green.
It's very green. There might be algae or something in it. I don't know.
Radiation from all
We'll keep you
the
posted
mining.
next week on that one.
All right, so it's day 52 of our boondocking challenge. We only got a handful of days. What was that, a week? A week before a long hot shower? I'm standing in the shower for an hour. I don't care. I'm gonna just have the gray tank up. Anyways, it's not about the shower, although I'm really looking forward to it. But today is Wednesday, which isn't so important. However, it does end up being Victoria's birthday today. And we're going to take her to go get her a big old fat bloody juicy steak and eat it raw. She's gonna eat it raw. Raw? I don't know.
Medium rare. When he says like that, it doesn't sound very appetizing, but I am getting a steak. I never get to eat steak. Craig doesn't eat steak, and every time they bring the steak, they bring our dishes out. It's usually a chicken dish and a steak dish. They'll come to the table and they always look so confused when I'm like, steak's mine.
I like hamburger steak. Does that count?
Let's go, I'm hungry.
Let's go.
Casa Granada Steakhouse. That was delicious. Casa Granda's Steakhouse.
Oh, man.
Huge portions. Cars flying. This one is definitely going on our Google map as a restaurant to try. It's time for the ghost town.
What ghost town?
Bannock ghost town.
Ghost hunters?
Ghost busters.
We need to get, what are they called, EMF?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
didn't.
No, I'm not sure. We're clearly not real ghost hunters here. So we're at Bannock Ghost Town, and obviously Bannock wasn't always a ghost town. It was established as a town around 1862 when they first discovered some gold in this river that runs right along the town. They built the town up quite quickly because they ended up getting over $1 billion worth of gold out of this river. So it was a major gold rush here. And for a time, Bannock was even the capital of the territory. This was before Montana became a state. However, Bannock also has a bit of a dark history. So basically, there was so much lawlessness and violence going on in Bannock because there was this gang, the road agents, that kind of ran the town, and they did so many robberies and just a lot of violence in general. So then there was a group of vigilantes that was established to kind of combat all of that, but they weren't really following regular laws. They were vigilantes. So if they thought you were guilty, that you would hang, and they ended up hanging some innocent people. And we found out from the lady at the visitor center, you know how they used to determine if you were guilty? It was by your signature. Obviously there weren't like pictures and DNA back then, so you would sign your name, and if your signature looked like the bad guy's signature, you were gone. So that was pretty crazy. There's a lot more to it if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a pretty cool ghost town.
So when you come and visit this place, it's really nice that you actually get to go in to all the buildings. They were not redone, they were just preserved. So it's like what they were like when they abandoned them up until now. It's all just been preserved, not renewed or anything. So it's pretty cool to get to experience it. First time we've been to a ghost town that has this many buildings. This is the biggest ghost town we've been to for sure.
Oh, and the guidebook. Show them the guidebook that they give you.
And they give you a loaner guidebook that shows you like all the different buildings and tells you a little history about the buildings. So that's really cool. You can actually learn what the building was.
What's this one?
I don't know what that one is.
It is time to head to the last boondocking spot of our 60-day challenge. And our time here at Clark's Canyon Reservoir near Dillon, Montana. We came here to visit the Bannock State Park, which you guys already saw, and it has been wonderful. We're at specifically the Horse Prairie Campground, and this free campground has the fire pits, the pavilions, the trash cans to put our trash away. It's been great. However, I am quite concerned about our next campground because we are heading from here to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and there's not a lot of boondocking around. I have a spot, but there's not a lot of reviews, and some of the reviews mention some ruts, and the big rig friendliness, we're just not sure of it. So basically our entire boondocking challenge could become a fail in the last week if this boondocking spot doesn't work out. I'm a little nervous, especially since it looks like it's going to be raining, and if there's ruts and mud, that's going to be a recipe for disaster when it comes to boondocking.
We're really hoping this spot we're going to in Coeur d'Alene, however you say it, works out because there's not really many boondocking spots. So the one we're going to is like one of our only options. And if it doesn't work out, it could make us fail our challenge because we might have to go to a campground. So we got a long drive day today. It's gonna be like 5 hours, I believe, is what, let's see, it's 8:43 now. The GPS is saying we will arrive at 12:49, probably add 45 minutes to that. So whatever that ends up being. It's extremely cloudy and rainy. Hoping we can drive out of it with as far as we're going. But yeah, maybe we'll get better.
It has stayed really cloudy on our drive today. It keeps sprinkling on and off, and I told you that I had some doubts about this boondocking spot. But the only reason why I'm willing to give it a try is because I did some hardcore Google map research, and not just looking at the spot on satellite view, but also used Google Map Street View. We got road work going on here. So used Google Maps Street View to go on the street that the boondocking spot is off of and take a look at the whole area. Of course, you can't, like, the Google streetcar doesn't go off into the boondocking areas, but you can kind of see what it looks like. And it looks like we should be able to pull off and find ourselves a spot. However, we have more doubts because
Everything's been closed. All the rest areas, there was a whole exit for an entire town that was closed. And I don't know if it's because of all this road work or weather conditions or what, but I'm really hoping, because we're only a few, like 15 miles from where we got to turn, I'm hoping that this place won't be closed.
Exit 43 on the right toward Kingston, then take the first right.
I think I see the turn.
So I turn there?
Yeah. Okay.
Your destination is on the left.
I think we can park anywhere, but I think we should turn off and then pause before we make any decisions.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Is this gonna be okay? That was a bigger drop than I expected.
We just have to go very slow.
Okay, we're gonna get out and kind of try to scout around a little bit, make sure we don't, hit any trees like we did that one time. There's some nice spots right on the river. My concern is us getting down this hill that's kind of rutted out and muddy, potholes. Okay, we're gonna give it a go, I guess. Okay, keep going. Guess what today is? Yep, it's day 60 of our boondocking challenge. So we made it, we did it. I think, because I don't know if it really fully counts yet, because I don't think we could leave this spot if we wanted to. You see, okay, you saw the entrance. It was pretty challenging. There was a lot of mud, it was steep, and I probably should have called it off after I scouted it, but my problem was I didn't think about getting back out once we got in, and it has rained for like 3 days straight.
It's like the first sunny day since we've been here. It's been terrible weather, cold and wet, and I didn't know the humidity was so high here. That's awful. However, it has dried up a lot today, and I don't think we're going to have that big of an issue. I will say though, there's a slight chance we will. Every time we go in and out, we do slide off into some big ruts.
Or it goes or like we find a new rut. I don't know. So I'm not gonna really call this challenge complete until we make it out of here. But we did make it 60 days, and now we're waiting for it to dry up, and in the meantime, we're about to go to the Trail of the Coeur d'Alenes. I'm so excited. We're gonna ride the bikes. It's gonna be a fun day.
I think it's just a sidewalk.
It might be kind of like a sidewalk. There's a bridge. We're going to a bridge. Cannot get over how beautiful it is out here now that the sun has actually come out. It's gorgeous. This is like perfect. We're on the river, the sun is out. There's not that many people at this boondocking spot, probably because there's absolutely zero service. I am so thankful we've got the Starlink up there, because otherwise we would have had to leave, because we're still working this week, you know, but this is great. What a place to end our boondocking challenge at. So the Trail of the Coeur d'Alenes is a 77-mile bike trail, and there is a section of it down the road from this Coeur d'Alene River Road that we could hop on it and go. But I looked up to see what the most scenic portion of the trail is, and it's the section between the town of Harrison and Hayburn State Park. So that's where we're headed, to Harrison, to get on the trail and do the best part of it.
Is that across the lake? There's a ton of spots to get on this trail. We picked the one next to the Harrison Marina. It's supposed to have like a lot of nice areas that we'll get to ride our bikes through. So it should be good.
Even though today doesn't end exactly the way we thought it would, this bike ride on the Trail of the Coeur d'Alenes took us along the most amazing scenery.
So we were doing the bike trail and we have to cut it short because Victoria pushed the wrong brake going down the bridge, which is kind of steep, and face planted, which is not great.
My tooth is chipped.
But
I don't think I want to show it to you. I haven't even seen it yet. I don't even want to know.
I don't think it's as bad as it probably feels, but she did kind of face plant and break her tooth, so we're going to go to the dentist now. And
Ugly, y'all.
oh my gosh, okay. All right, but we'll check back in with you after we figure this out.
Okay, I found a dentist to call, and they got me in, and I guess I'm going to show y'all this broken tooth situation. I also didn't know that it shouldn't look like this. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, that spit hanging.
Oh, does it look gross? I'm sorry, it's just not... I also think I might have a concussion because I almost passed out and couldn't see correctly.
She almost passes out pretty easily though.
And it's true, but I couldn't see. Everything was like bright and I like felt weird. Those people that were coming at us, I was going so slow because I couldn't like see them. I just saw blobs.
I didn't know, it's not great.
But I can see now.
I don't even know what to do because there wasn't any way to
I know,
like, go anywhere.
Craig was like, do we need to call an ambulance? And I don't even know how the ambulance was gonna get to us
Didn't know.
because we were on a bike trail. Whew.
And then, of course, we get stuck behind a dump truck going extremely slow while we're trying to be in a hurry.
I really hope they can fix my tooth, y'all. And I scraped up my elbow and my hand, and it doesn't look bad, but it does hurt pretty bad. And
You also broke the bike.
oh, but it still somehow was motorized, so way to go, Electric.
You can't shift gears anymore though, and the handlebars are crooked.
The whole bike flew over and it crashed and all of the gear shifter things broke off. Somehow Craig was able to still get it to like motorize back because we were like, how many miles? Like 6 miles
5
in.
to 7 miles, yeah.
So
I wonder if I'm supposed to be turning. We
no,
don't have service either, guys.
keep going straight. We got it for a minute and I got to call the dentist. That was the most important thing. And they're getting me in tonight. Right now we're driving straight there and they said they will do as much as they can with the time they have. I don't know what that means because I might have to go back tomorrow. Kind of stressed out. This is about to cost a lot of money. I feel like we don't have dental insurance, so.
No. Luckily, we just got a bunch of cash in here that we just never put in the bank for some
tell
reason.
everybody that.
Oh, it's gone now. Don't come looking in the truck. Now it's gone now, but
So
after this visit.
we sold a bunch of furniture when we sold our house and got a bunch of
3
cash
years ago?
Yeah, I got the cash from it. And we've been carrying that around with us for our whole RV life just in case, we have an emergency.
Well, here it is.
That took forever. It was pretty normal. Can't even tell.
I know, they did a good job.
Yeah.
All right, big reveal. How's it look? They did a really good job. This dentist, it was this dentist. I mean, my lips numb, so I can't smile right. But the teeth look pretty
bubble.
good.
The spit bubble you blowing.
The teeth look pretty good. Pretty good. Anyways, what is this called? Riverstone Dental Care in Post Falls, Idaho. If you happen to fall off your bike and break your tooth, highly recommend them.
And it was
Only
cheaper than I anticipated. It was only like
$525. They did
$525, yeah.
X-rays. I took some pictures of the X-rays. Oh, my one tooth, this one, I don't know how I'm the right tooth, I can't feel anything. The one beside my tooth that's broken has like these cracks in it, and he said to be very careful with that one. It could potentially break in the future and I need a root canal. This one could also potentially need a root canal in the future. It's hard to know. Also, in between my teeth here, I might have cracked the bone. That's how hard I hit it. He said there was it looked kind of like it was cracked. I'm just so happy they fixed my teeth though. Oh my gosh.
It must be nice to have some nice teeth.
Poor Craig.
Listen, so I broke my tooth. I know, I'm honestly surprised this has never came up in any of the comments because my tooth is so goofy looking right there. But I think as soon as my adult teeth came in when I was a little kid, however young that is, I had a tire swing hit me in the mouth and it broke it. And which was like 25 years ago or something, 20 to 27 years ago. And I don't know, they were terrible. I broke it again in grade school. And then that dentist was even worse than the first one, which was like 15 years later. Well, I guess it was like 10 years later.
Good or
No, they were terrible. And so now I just got this crazy looking weird tooth. So I don't know, but.
Should have went to Riverstone Dental Care in Idaho.
I'm going to Mexico.
Oh my gosh, what a day. Okay, Craig's hungry. We gotta go get him food.
I didn't eat.
All right, it's been a few days since my accident. I'm feeling okay, just a little bruised. I think my ego's probably more hurt than anything. I felt so silly going into that dentist office being like, yeah, so I pressed the front brake on my bike and cracked my tooth off. Anyways, a little bit sore on the chin and the nose, and honestly this hand that got bruised, you can't really see it, but it's been almost the most painful. But anyways, healing up. Luckily it's been sunny here for the last couple of days. It's been drying stuff up and we are about to head out of this spot, hopefully. It's still obviously got a lot of ruts. You guys saw them on the way in. So now we just have to get out because we are headed to full hookups and I'm gonna take the longest shower ever. I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest, although a little sad to be leaving this gorgeous spot. This has been one of the prettiest boondocking spots we've ever stayed at. And don't worry, I'll be getting back on my bike. I haven't given up. It wasn't the bike's fault. It was definitely my fault. I do think I might put like a piece of tape, some colored tape on the front brake or the other one. Anyways, on one of the brakes, so I know either like don't touch that brake or do touch that brake. Maybe like a piece of tape. Yeah, I don't know. Because I forgot which one was which in the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment, going down the hill, I forgot. So I need like a piece of, red tape. Like, don't touch the red tape. Anyways, that's just a me problem. We got it, yeah. Okay, so the first challenge is gonna be turning around. I don't think that'll be much of a challenge. We have a pretty decent amount of space here. There's a loop at the end, but we're gonna try not to use that because there's some people down there. And we don't wanna disturb them, and I don't know how tight it'll actually be. Then the second challenge is getting back up that potholed hill. This is the tightest turn I think we ever, whoa, hold on. All right, we're turned around. Now we gotta go to the hill. We've got walkie-talkies because there's zero service out here, so we can't use our cell phones. You're straddling it perfectly. Need to go to the path, well, you got it, you're coming out of it now. Should be good, but it's gonna get real leany. This is where I'm a little concerned. Just keep going. Okay, now if we can pull it back to the driver's side so that it doesn't have to be so leany, that would be good. All right, we made it up the hill. We did it. Last challenge is just a very tiny one. We just gotta get over a little bump and back out onto the road. How'd you feel about that one?
A little stressful.
You did good though.
Maverick was aggravating the mess out of me. He would not stay in that.
Solid driving. Okay, goodbye. Nice river camping spot.
All them
It
people,
was great.
All them people probably thought you were just waving at them.
Well,
Because we had a whole audience.
Oh yes. And that wraps up our Boondocking Challenge series. If you're still here, thank you. Right after this challenge, we went to Alaska, and so if you'd like to join us on that journey, you can watch that playlist right here, and make sure you're subscribed because we've got lots of epic challenges in our future.